Hey, I'm Not So Ace Trainer, and what about the name for the Gen 9 region? Let's get into it! I know this is probably gonna be the longest shot ever, but I'm gonna try and guess the region's name for Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet. I'll go with one or two guesses, and of course there will be a reasoning behind them, don't worry. So, Pokémon region names. They are one of the most memorable part of any of our adventures, and they stick with us like Gen 1ers stick with Gen 1. So let's take a look at what they mean first, because we have to look at the past to understand the future. The first four regions all derive from Japanese. It all started with the Kanto region, which is actually named after Kanto, an area of Japan, and its real-world inspiration. Johto means castle palace, which makes sense since you associate palaces and castles to tradition, and Johto is a tradition to Kanto's innovation. Hoenn means abundant relations, and it's about how Pokemon and trainers help each other out. Sinnoh means mysterious and profound, a reference to its many myths and deep lore. Hisui is still a bit of a discussion that I actually had recently. There's a possibility of it meaning Jade, a possible reference to the Jade Emperor that ruled over a court of powerful gods just like Arceus, and there's also Arcane, which in a way means mysterious and profound as well, which could be another way of connecting both Sinnoh and Hisui. They always wanted the same, but they had different words for it. Then Pokemon went international, with Gen 5 being based around New York. Unova, the English name of the Gen 5 region, seems to be derived from United States of America, though its Japanese name Ishu means one variety, a reference to the diversity in the USA. It also goes well with the full revamp the franchise got, with 156 new Pokemon introduced. Kalos gets its name from the Greek kalos and means beauty, which is the theme around X and Y. In fact, Lysander wanted to basically kill everyone to make the world prettier, putting even more emphasis on the whole thing. Alola comes right after and has its name derived from Aloha, a common greeting in Hawaii, the inspiration for the Gen 7 region, and Ola, meaning life. This goes perfectly with how Gen 7 portrays the region, with it being a place of communion for humans, nature, and Pokemon. Galar is the last completely new region we got, and with it being based around the UK and all the chivalry history they have, Galar seems to be derived from gallant, which makes sense considering the whole lore we got. So basically, there is no limit to how they think of new Pokemon region names, but one thing is for sure, they are not random. They do fit the vision they have for the region, and they also fit the source material to an extent. Does this help us though? Not a lot, but it gives us enough for a guess. First, I have to apologize for one mistake on a previous video. In my new type/new mechanic video about light possibly being important, I said that Al-Andalus meant Land of Light. And recently, after some discussion and research, I realized that it is not its proven scholar meaning, but actually its more popular oriented one. In fact, there is no proven meaning because there's not a lot of evidence from that time period. So sorry for making it sound as if it was the 100% meaning of the term. I'll triple check my research next time. With that said, light is still one of the interpretations for Al-Andalus, and that's still where my cards are. So I think the name of the region might have something to do with it. Something to do with light. Portugal and Spain have a lot of history, with plenty of different people calling both countries home throughout the ages, with the bigger Danes being the Romans and Muslims, or Moors as they were called. Those two giants left a huge mark in the Iberian Peninsula. Before Portugal was Portugal, there was a little Ibero-Celtic tribe in the northwest part of the peninsula called Lusitani. This name possibly came from the Celtic god Lugus or Lug, which usually translates to light, and that the Romans translated to lux, also meaning light. This makes me think that just like Greek was used for Kalos, maybe Latin will be used for the region in Scarlet and Violet. But like I said, there were two giants in our history, the Romans and the Moors. This actually works perfectly, and the region could simply be named the Alex region. This would contain both Lux, the word for light, and Al, the Arab prefix that means de, which is still present to this day in both countries in places like Algarve and Almeria, thus honoring both big parts of the history of the Iberian Peninsula and setting up a very bright story in a region that would loosely translate to the light. And that's my guess on what the name for the Gen 9 region could be, the Alex region. I know I will most likely be wrong, and so will you, but I still want to know your guesses in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content. Also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch. I stream there Wednesday to Sunday, not Saturday, or join our Discord. All the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.